So that. Okay, Ananya, please enable the cam.
So the camera is actually not working. I joined from the laptop.
Okay, you can join from phone also. You can. Okay. Great. So good to see you all. Right. So welcome back to our Data and AI Club. Right. So we've been doing things on and off, but from now onwards, we want to do it consistently. Right. So that we all can learn something new, make use of those things. Right. So we will be focusing majorly on the generative AI. Okay. So understanding what generative AI is and also how to work with it. Okay. And how to use it to make something that is useful to the world. Right? We don't want to just create some dummy things. Whatever we're creating, we should be able to put it to the use. So are you all with me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the framework that we want to follow or we believe in is it has 4 steps. Okay. Number 1, think. Number 2, design. Number 3, build. And number 4, showcase. Right? So I'm not showing you anything because I want you to remember. Right? Do you remember what those 4 steps are, Shreyansh?
So from the previous classes,
No, I just told you.
the first of think,
Mhm.
then you have to build and then showcase.
Design.
Design
Think, design, build, show.
and showcase.
Right, Ronak?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that's when you exercise your creative and technical abilities, and you also can showcase it to the world. So what happens when you showcase your talents to the world?
World
You help the
recognizes
world.
You get famous, right? So you all have experienced that, right? So maybe some of you in a smaller level, some of you in a bigger level, but there is a lot to achieve, right? We can do even bigger things. All right. So that's the agenda. How do we think, design, build, and showcase things related to generative AI? Okay. So in the last class, we kind of discussed about the generative AI concepts, right? So anyone remembers what they are?
First we discussed about deep learning, and then we took it we concluded that generative AI is a branch and a part of deep learning. And we have also made a Venn diagram. You made in the board. Yes, related to that.
Oh, wonderful. Right. So generative AI is possible today because of deep learning concepts. Right. So somebody created large language models. We started using it, right? And they started changing the world. So what is the best large language model we have today? No adults, please, only kids.
Is it Bard by Google?
Bard is like, a person who went, who got into an accident kind of thing. Okay, so they're trying their level best, but they are not number one. right? Which is
Sir,
the
is
best.
it GPT?
GPT, yes, GPT is a product. Okay. Yeah, you can call it as the OpenAI's LLM. Okay. So that's the best so far in the world, that is intelligent, that is faster, that can do a lot of interesting things. The whole world is using it, right? And so we are going to use OpenAI for some time, right? Because it has huge potential and it is kind of fairly used to use that backend, right? So anyone knows what OpenAI is?
It's a company based in America which extensively works on AI and projects related to AI and LLMs.
Anyone else? It's okay. So OpenAI is a company which has created a very good large language model, right? We discussed all these things in the last class, right? At Raipur. They scrapped the entire web data and they made the engine learn and it became intelligent and they've been fine-tuning it. All right, so that fine-tuning is a continuous process. So what can we do with it? Right? You already have used ChatGPT, right? That's not a new thing. It's already there. But to work with ChatGPT, you need to go to ChatGPT, right? You already tried. There is nothing new in it. You already know you've been using it for various purposes, right? But in the previous classes, we talked about, hey, can we actually build a layer on top of it? Can we create our own GPTs, right? Anyone remembers that process, that what we did? We created an assistant in OpenAI, right? So we created an assistant and we kind of described what that assistant can do, right? So now we go to the next level in creating our own applications, right? Would you like to have your own applications, Shreyans?
Yes, of course.
Of course, yes. Right? You don't want to send them to, hey, go to ChatGPT and ask. Instead, you want to say, okay, hey, this is my URL, right? You can do something here, right? So is it possible now? Yes, very much. Do we need to code a lot? Currently, not required, right? So all we need to do is think and design the flow and then build with simpler tools as of now. So we'll learn the bigger tools later, okay? And then showcase, all right? Great. So before we actually jump into the concept, we'll be using this folder on Google Drive. Okay, so please enter your email IDs in chat. I'll share this folder with you guys. Make sure with this email, you are able to access Google Drive. So you might have received this folder in your Gmail. Open the folder, and there is a file called DAC. Right. Step number 1, please create a folder with your name inside this folder, so that this is where you will be saving all of your work files. Okay, so do you see this file in the folder? Okay, if anyone is not seeing, please let me know.
Sir, shall I have to save it?
Save, you don't need to save anything, just create your own folder. Just be there, enter your name, all the details. So it gets saved automatically.
So by location, do we have to write our house location or school?
No, city.
City,
Instead of
okay.
Raipur. Yeah. Yeah, so you can kind of do it later also, since you have seen this. Right, so what is the first activity we're planning to do? Building a small Gen AI app with a tool called Brancher. Okay. So before that, let me show you the basics of it. So imagine that this is OpenAI's backend. So what is OpenAI? It's a chart engine. All right. So what does it do? You ask a question, it gives you a response. Right? You send a question, it gives you answers. Right? This is the most basic form. We already have experience with. Right? So where is it happening? Chat.openai.ai. So what are we trying to do? We're trying to build this functionality within our own app, like Shreyans's app. Right? Yes. So what does this app do? For example, let's say build a story. Imagine that your app name is build a story. Right? So can you visualize that app? What the user needs to do to create a story?
I think it just needs to give a topic.
Topic. Hey, enter the topic and click on submit.
Yes.
And what happens? The command goes to the backend OpenAI. And we get the response, and it will be displayed in the next screen. All right? So we get the story. It's a very simple concept. It's not a big deal. Right? How do we do it? What do we need to do it? Anyone knows?
So somehow we need to integrate OpenAI to our
No,
application.
not Shreedeep. Okay, so no
Okay.
adults, only kids.
Sir, API,
API. Yes,
OpenAI.
right. So what is API? It's application programming interface. Okay. So what does an API do?
It links an external application with the tools or the base code of the main large model, like for example, like OpenAI.
So basically, any system that people are building, they expose certain facilities. Okay. So they define, okay, hey, this is how we can interact with our system from outside. Right? They define, okay, this is the variable, this is how we need to connect, this is the key you need to do, you need to actually integrate. Right? They open the ways to connect with other systems. Right? So that they can access the system directly without using the interface. So is it easy to understand or hard to understand?
Easy.
Easy.
Right? For example, this is like Shreyansh 1.0. Imagine that tomorrow he builds a large language model. Right? So imagine that that's even powerful than OpenAI. Right? How does he make money? He charges, hey, whoever are using S 1.0, you need to pay me money for each and every call. We call it as API call. Call means, hey, you interact with the system. I'm sending these things, send me these things. I'm sending you a question, send me an answer. So we need to connect those things. So generally we do it with code. Right? So I'll show you some basic.
Sometimes it's also present in the library of the code that the API can be directly linked with the code of
Yes,
the
of
apps.
course. Yes. Okay.
Sir, is it okay if I join with another device? The lights have came back.
No problem.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Okay. So this is how, this is a little technical. This is for the bigger guys. Okay. So there is a method. Every system defines methods to interact with their systems, to connect as well as interact and get the responses. Right, Shaurya? Okay. We don't need to worry about all of these things. Just understand. Imagine Shreyansh is our system. How do we interact with Shreyansh? Imagine Shreyansh is our knowledge base, right? Manan is interacting with Shreyansh 1.0. How does he interact? You're on mute, Shreyansh.
By chat or by text.
First, he establishes a connection. Hey, is it Shreyansh? Shreyansh says yes. Okay, and I have this access key. Is it valid? Shreyansh verifies. Okay, yeah, this is valid. Start talking. And Manan asks, okay, what is the weather in Delhi? And Shreyansh, as a system, he looks into, he actually does lots of things and gives the answer. Hey, Manan, weather in Delhi is very cold. Okay, it's -7 degrees. I'm just guessing. Okay, so that's how we interact with systems through APIs, right? If you're building from everything from scratch, you need to understand all of these codes and need to kind of design all the things. But at our level, we can use some ready-made tools, okay, which can in turn connect with the backends, right? So for now, we're going to use such tools, but in the future, we will be doing all of these things. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So excited. I'm not seeing a lot of people here. Everyone is behind walls. If that is the process, I'll also go behind the wall. All right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
I mean, so you want me to go off? All right. Now, what kind of things that we can build using OpenAI in the background? Right? So can you guys give me some ideas? Later, I'll tell you my ideas. Imagine that we have Shreyansh 1.0 who can answer anything that you want to ask.
A
Right?
small LLM based of the larger LLM.
Oh, so let's define it. What does it do? So let's define the functionality. Let's define a problem and a solution. All right?
Uh, The
So,
problem may be someone to chat with, like for a human. The answer is a chatbot. Human
okay.
answer.
So that's like a very generic one. Okay,
Yeah.
so just chatting. Let's imagine a specific one. Right? Yes. Do you have any problem to solve?
I guess based on medics, like I am feeling I am having this symptoms.
Mm-hmm.
What should I do? And
Mm-hmm.
instead of being like Google and try to scare the person,
Mm-hmm.
you can give a better solution like drink this coronation or consume this type of medicine or go visit
Okay.
a doctor.
So I see. I mean, this is what I understood. Say there is something called as medical buddy,
Yes.
right? So it's an app. A user comes and enters symptoms, and There will be a button ask, and in the next screen, it shows, hey, don't worry, it's okay. You can use this, you can use this. All right?
Do
That's
you want
wonderful.
to say home remedies?
No, no adults, only kids need to speak. Okay? Right? That's wonderful start.
We can also do emotions, buddy.
What is that?
Like, I'm feeling angry. What should I do?
Okay.
Or
Okay,
like,
I got the point. So he wants to build, he is calling it as emotional buddy, emotion buddy, whatever buddy, right? So you had a fight with your friend, you're feeling angry, and what should I do? It'll give you the steps. Hey, don't hit anyone. Okay, it's okay. Take a deep breath, right? So I know it seems Laksh is feeling that every day, right? Are you hitting everyone in the class? All right, cool. So any other ideas? Yes.
Sir, I have a business idea, sir.
Okay.
Sir, as this is a wedding season, so
Mhm.
let's make a means like a bot that
Mhm.
say I will give him a budget of my
Mhm.
wedding, like
Mhm.
not my wedding actually.
Okay.
Example, so
Okay.
like 500 crores I want in a wedding, so it
Okay.
will give that call him and the budget will be the 500 crores, so the
Mhm.
arrangements it will provide. So
Okay.
basically a chatbot that will be my wedding planner or like
Planner.
a functional planner.
Yeah, Ronak is very enterprising. You see, I
Yeah,
didn't expect.
So
Right?
we
yeah.
could also create a travel planner in which
Yeah,
we
why
could
not?
tell it which place you want to go, how many budget
Can
we have,
someone
how
can
many
someone list
family
all of these
members.
ideas, please? Now adults can do
Yeah,
it.
I,
Oh. So yeah, someone wants to build a wedding planner, someone wants to build a travel planner, someone wants to build a medical buddy, someone wants to build an emotional buddy. Wow, this is great,
Then we
guys.
can also make an AI that can like predict the stock market, which can
Yes,
help you.
yes. So are you really kids, or are you disguising? Means yeah. Right, I'm just kidding, right? So all these are possible, right? We can build anything if we understand what does it take to build, right? That's why the first step is always defining the problem. Okay, that's part of thinking. Why we want to build something? What does it do? Right? What all the features it has? Right. So, shall we do it? The first step.
yes, sir.
Yes. How do you do it? Just go to your folder. I'm also creating my own folder here just to work along with you. Right? What I do, I go to my folder, I create a document, calling it as my idea. Okay. Imagine that I want to build a storyteller app. Okay. So that's my requirement. So I'm just writing down all things that I want the app should have. So the storyteller app is a great tool to spin out cool stories for the kids so that they become happy. Okay. So So I also want to give a name to my storyteller app. I want to call it as, so any suggestions? For the name?
Why not name it Chiru? So
Chi-
it's that
Chai,
bot.
Chai bot. Okay, for now, till I get a better name. So Chai bot can be like child bot, and child bot for child or whatever. Right? So what does it do? It actually, all you need to do is give it a topic, okay? Maybe a genre, like you want like adventurous story, or you want like a thriller story, a horror story, right? A simple story. And you can also kind of mention the kind of the length of the story, like in words, right? The length of the story, and of course language. Means currently we don't have lots of options in language, but yes, you want to write a story in Hindi, it does. Okay, making sense? So now we have a very clear requirement, right? We have put together our thoughts into the paper, onto the paper, right? So can you help me in adding any other features that I'm missing here?
The grammar.
Okay, the grammar is
Syntax.
automatically checked by the tool. Okay, that's a good thing. More.
Happy ending.
Okay, that can be a selection by the user. So you can also define
A
what
filter.
kind, yeah, what kind of ending you need, a happy ending or a sad ending or a neutral ending or whatever. That's a good input.
A filter to remove restricted words.
Okay. Uh, we want to make it as, and it should make it a child friendly, should make child friendly content.
It should also have some illustrations or drawings with it to support the story.
Oh, now we are talking. Okay. Automatically add pictures to the story.
The chronology.
Chronology, like, means, can you explain that? Ronak, can't hear you.
I guess
Hello, sir.
not plot twist something.
Means when this story happened.
Yeah, sir. Means like
Okay, the
it will
timeline.
chat.
The timeline of the story, like, is it 19th century or is it 21st century or it is in the future? Yeah, that's a good
Yes,
thing.
like the creativity, sir.
Yes. Right? So Shaurya, wake up. Great. So we got so many things, right? So this is a great tool, and let me define it properly. It automatically adds pictures to the story. You can also set the timeline Okay, set the timeline of the story. You can, okay. So it automatically checks for grammar and spellings. Okay. Making sense? Can you visualize this app now?
Yes, sir.
Right? Now, so can you also build something like this in your folder? Whatever it is, let's not worry too much about the perfection and all those things. I want you to just write something. Imagine. Anyone already finished? Let me know. Anyone needs help? Please ask. We'll give you ideas. So first of all, do you have an idea? You came up with so many ideas. Where did you finalize your idea? Manan?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what's your idea?
Currently writing the document. It's
Okay, okay. Then please go ahead. Please go ahead. So after you're done, we'll review. And Shreyans,
I'm still trying to think one good one.
it's okay. You can actually think louder so that we all can help you.
Yeah.
Hmm. And Shaurya,
Sir, I'm still thinking of an idea.
okay. Let's come up with something quick. Okay. And yes, you're not talking actually. I haven't heard your voice. And in offline, you were the only one who were talking. Right, Yes? Good. And Ronak, you want to go with your wedding planner only? And how about Arohi? Guys, please enable the cam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But with some modifications.
Yeah, no problem. Please go ahead.
Yeah.
And Arohi. So guys, we're building great apps which actually can become real apps in the future. Okay. These are real apps, but they may become successful also. We don't know. Right? Because an idea can start at any point of time. And Arohi, are you there? And Laksh, want to build an emotion buddy. I want to call it an emo bot. So first we will have to tell how we are feeling and then ask what to do if we are feeling like this. Example, if you are feeling angry, what to do? Yeah. So go and beat them, right? So that's the kind of response you want to get. Okay. This is cool. Great start, Laksh. Anyone else created? I can't see Ronak's folder here. So let's think lighter, funny, guys. Okay, you don't need to think very seriously about it right now. Right? You want to build something cool. Maybe an app that tells jokes. All right? Maybe that can help you with your homework, plan your studies.
I want to create for Instagram post.
No adults, only kids. Okay? For adults, there are separate classes. Right, Manan?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Completed with my document.
Okay. So ability to talk and converse in ingenious languages, API link with government portals, scientific portals, and weather forecast portals. A full-fledged GUI with use linking language models, sort, analyze, and come out with solutions to the problem of formal mass production hardware. Okay, this is all good. Let's first define the objective, because this is a little bigger app, Mana. You first need to write down the problem. What problem are you solving for the farmers? Okay, Shreyansh, ready?
Yes, I'm just filling in a few details and then I'm done.
Okay, very good. So all of you guys had breakfast.
Yes, sir.
So what did you have?
No, sir.
Array, why? Why not?
Sir, I just wake up on 10:10.
Hmm. You can have breakfast now if you want. Okay. So these meetings are cool. You can grab and you can have it.
Done with objective or problem.
Wonderful. So helping farmers with little to no access to internet and outside have to be interdependent and to be more profitable, productive, and efficient. Okay. So let's add these things also. So what exactly are the features you're looking at? Right? For example, if I'm a farmer, what are the things that I can do?
The listed three points, like it provides a basic and easy to use GUI for the farmers who are not yet so friendly with the digital products. Like they are more
This is one
friendly
of
with
the,
the
say, characteristic, but what exactly? If I'm a farmer, okay? I have this app with me. So what is that I can do? I'm in the field right now.
So yeah, the problem is that farmers are not so aware about the weather forecast or the future weather patterns that
Okay.
affects their growth of the crops and basically affects their production too. So For the farmers to be more efficient and be more profitable, this app will help.
So weather forecast is one of the features.
Yeah, for the AI to do. Yeah.
So anything else?
The package will also be packed with a soil sensor. It's actually based or a ripoff of my Mrida idea.
All right.
The package will also have a soil sensor, and then the AI will take the data of the soil sensor and analyze it to give the farmer a layout or what he can do to make the soil more preferable for a particular crop, or to grow which, or to also tell the farmer which crop is the best for the soil he has currently.
Okay, so then I will call it as crop suggestions.
Yeah.
Okay. Based on the soil, based on the weather, based on so many other factors, it actually suggests, hey, this is the best crop for you for this season. All right. And
Yeah, also it will help the farmer if the farmer is in need of dire help from the government officials, or as the government has released various uh, helpline numbers like Kisan call center, and also one more, I forgot the name. So it will uh, link those uh, helpline numbers with the AI or with the app of the program, so that whenever the farmer is in problem, he can directly call that helpline.
so I'll call it as farmer chat. Okay, so it's not just for governments, it is for anything. But based on the sensitivity, based on the requirement, it actually connects to the governments if
Yes.
it cannot solve. Basically, it's a chat. He can ask in his own language. Okay, means I can't understand what's happening, right? There is some bad thing happening in the farm. There is a specific kind of plague or whatever. So they need some help. They need to talk to someone, right? That can be it. That can be the chart program, right?
So I'm
First,
done with my.
okay. So first, it actually tries to help. If it feels that okay, there is a need for the expert, government official, it should redirect. Okay? So basically, if you see, you have very clearly defined features. It tells about the weathers. It suggests the crops. It also helps like an assistant. Okay. So this is the most important thing when you're building any application. You got to be very clear on how it works, what exactly you want to see in the app, right? The features, the definition of the features and the problem. And how, yeah, it comes later. Okay. So first we need to define what. And now let's check Ronald's.
Yes, I have also completed mine.
Okay, Ronak, I can't see your folder. Where is it? Did you add your folder under DAC?
Yes, sir.
Why can't I see it then? So please go to your Google Drive and on the left side, click on Shared with me.
Yes, sir.
Then you see DAC. And within that, please see if you are seeing your folder. If not, create and move your other file to here.
So there's an untitled document also. I have just created it.
You can see. Something is happening with your system. All right. So are you using computer?
Laptop, sir.
Laptop, right? So you want to share your screen?
Yes, sir. Wait a second.
Yes.
Is my screen visible?
Yes. Great.
Yeah.
On the left side, please click on shared with me.
Uh,
No, not this one. Go back to the folder. On the,
wait. Ah,
just go back to the previous tab. That is already open, home.
yes, sir.
Yeah, just click on that home tab. One,
Mm.
two, three,
Yeah.
four,
Wait a
fifth tab.
second. Yes.
Fifth tab. So on the
Yeah.
left side, click on shared with me. Yeah, double click on DAC. Okay, and in there, click on the left side, you can click on new folder. Folder. Create a folder, cancel it. New folder, first option. No, okay, cancel. New, the very first option, new folder, the top one. Yeah, your name, please.
Oh,
You can write rename.
um,
Cancel. You are renaming Shreyanshu's folder.
sir.
Something is. And so you are using mouse or
Laptop
trackpad?
also.
There is some serious issue with your mouse. You need to click that. Click on that, and yes.
Yeah.
It's not clicking. Okay, so probably time to buy a new laptop, Ronak. It's okay. Let me take care of it for you.
But I actually use 12-year-old laptop and it's working fine.
Still working. That's great. Try pressing enter, Ronak.
Yeah.
It worked.
Finally.
Wonderful.
So now I have to copy paste the whole thing in that folder.
That folder, yes. Now, the first part is fairly done. Okay. We know what we want to create. Pet buddy, pet list. Okay. You have a pet. You
I
are
was
noticing
about its name.
okay, odd behaviors like it's very anxious or it's sitting in only one place. Your pet species. You state your problem with your pet. When did it start? past activities or interactions of your pet before the problem started. It's food habits. Then you get a solution. You don't have a pet. How free are you? Your age, your likes and dislikes, your zodiac sign, how big is your house? Oh man, this is a great app.
Yes, sir, done. Finally.
Finally, okay, very good. Right?
Mission accomplished at last.
And I'll recommend some pets that you can buy, including needs where you can buy. So I see an entrepreneur, another entrepreneur in this group,
Yes.
right?
Like
Wow.
I have made this app because I face the same problem in
Mhm.
getting my two pets.
Okay.
Yes.
That's how actually you get ideas, you know?
Yes.
Right? After when we see the problems around us, the problems that we face, we get ideas. And you know, when you are capable of building something, you just build it,
Yes.
right? So now that we have got ideas, let's go to the next step in kind of giving a structure to these ideas, right? It's there in your mind now, but how do you
Yeah.
showcase it to the other people, right?
Yeah,
We
we have
need to
to.
design.
Yes.
We need to design, right? How do we design? Yes, well, you know, you can design on your notebook also, but you can't share your notebook to everyone. It won't be in a very good format, right? That's
Yes.
why you use some tools, right? We call this process as wireframing,
Okay.
right? See, the thing is, your mind, it thinks so many things, right?
Yes.
Until unless you put your thoughts onto paper, right? Until unless you see everything in visual format, your brain cannot recognize certain things, right?
So you
That's why.
forgot to see mine.
Oh yeah. Okay. So let me see. Dawn of Mishra's Honey Bunny. So chartboard defines your wedding most efficiently, both economically and socially, and make you your afterwards life diverse. Wow, I like this statement. Okay. So I see $1 million ideas, guys, to be frank, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So because the divorce rate is increasing in India also, right? Probably
Yeah,
this
yeah.
can become a very good application. So in India, on an
Yeah.
average, middle class wedding in India may cost anywhere from 5 lakhs to 20 lakhs or more. However, it is crucial to note that the weddings in India can sometimes be much more lavish, depending upon family tradition and social expectations. Lifetime savings and hard work. Do you want to find your wedding good with all vibe and night? Join us today. Personalized recommendations. The chatbot can ask users about their preferences, budget, style to provide personalized recommendations. Okay. For venues, vendors, and themes. Vendors provide information about the recommendations for various wedding vendors, including photographers, florists, caterers, and musicians. Budget management. Help users manage their wedding budget by suggesting allocations for different categories and tracking expenses. Venue. Assist in finding suitable wedding venues based on location, capacity, style preferences. Timeline guidance. Offer a timeline for wedding planning, tasked to ensure that users stay on track leading up to the big day. RSVP and guest management. Okay, and provide tools for managing guest lists, sending invitations, and tracking RSVPs. Now, what about post mid planning a home or trip? We also have
Post wedding planning, post med.
okay, budget fit and family planning. Okay, so this seems like a very well thought idea, right? Yeah, certain parts, yes, we can use AI, right? Uh, but it's a very big thing, Ronak. So how did you get this idea?
I don't know. I just means this is a wedding season. I don't thought about my mind.
Or are you thinking about your wedding?
No, sir.
Okay, this is good. So let's take it to the next step, guys. Right? I want you to visualize all of these ideas, right? So visualize in a sense how you want to create an interface for your ideas, how the users can interact with your ideas, and with your applications. All right. So what is the best method? Well, there are so many things, but I suggest a tool like Miro. Okay. So anyone feeling hungry, tired?
No, sir. Full of energy.
Right? At any point of time, if anyone is feeling tired, hungry, boring, let me know. Right? I have a special entertainment program by Laksh. Okay.
Sir, what program?
Some dance.
I think sir will provide us food.
Tomato Swiggy on the way.
Yeah, that's it. We can do that. Right? Swiggy is there, Zomato is there. We can do that. Now, let's go to Miro. Right? Miro is like, a very good tool to build flowcharts, to build wireframes, to build a lot of things. Okay? So I love this tool. This is my, companion in building everything that we do at igebra.ai. Right? Whenever I feel like building something, I go to Miro. Whenever I feel like I'm getting an idea, I go to Miro. Right? It helps me in visualizing my thoughts. The most important thing in the current generation. Right? So how do we do it? What is that we're trying to do? We're trying to visualize an interface. A simple. Imagine that I'm building an app. So what is my app? Chaibot. Right? So we all know how an app looks like. Right? So in the first stage, we don't worry about, very clean and neat interfaces and all those things. In the first step, we just want to see it, right? To get an idea. So can you help me building this app? So what should I put first?
Title of the app.
Title of the app.
Home screen and thing.
Okay, let's contacts Chaibot. Let's, if we can spend some time, we can also design some beautiful, nice logo, but at this point of time, it's not required. Right? We just need to put our thoughts on the paper or on this tool, right? So that we can actually start thinking about it, start thinking about the user, start thinking about, how users are going to interact. We can even show to the users. Okay. So, okay, very good. I got my logo on it. Next, what should I do?
Design interface.
Buttons to access the app.
Buttons to access that. So do you want me to add login and all those things? For now, let's not worry about login and all those things. Let's go with a simpler interface. So I would like to actually write a small intro.
So let's choose a age or something like that, and say a middle-aged kid or a small kid or like a teenager like us.
Okay. So let me first write what it is. What is the aim of this app, so that when somebody sees this for the first time, they can understand. Right? It's a great tool to spin out cool stories for the kids so that they become happy. Okay, so that's the purpose of the app. So how to work with the app? We already have some ideas here. All you need to do is give it a topic. That means I need to accept the topic from the user. All right. So how do I do that? How do we generally take inputs? We need an input field, input text field, right? And for every input, there should be a label generally or a placeholder. Enter the topic. And if you want, you can actually do along with me. Not a big deal. Enter the topic and the genre. So it is becoming real now. What is the next field? Length of the story. The language of the story. Yes. Number of fields are increasing. Type of ending. So type of ending, you want a text field or you want a selection box?
Sir, I think selection box would be better.
It would be
Yes, sir.
better, yeah, because
Yes,
we know
because
the
text field will require more data.
more data and we don't know what they're going to end. Right?
And
Yeah.
maybe even language we can keep a selection
Oh,
box.
that's a very good thought. Yes. You guys are thinking very good. Means there are ready-made elements also, just using these things. Right? They are ready-made interface elements. And then timeline. So what do we need now? To send all of these details to the server,
Create button.
we need a button. So generally, button should look different. So bold. Okay, so this is our screen number 1. So what happens when the user clicks? Means submits all the data. the system has to take the user to the next screen. So can you help me with the content here? How can it look like?
Minimal design as the home screen, like a big text box.
Means the next screen is actually it is
But which can be
displaying.
edited, which will only be filled by the AI, the story.
Right. So we're asking for a story with an image. So imagine that we can actually model this content also. Imagine the user is already entering something like, the topic of the story, like
Magical war.
what is it?
War.
Magical war between.
ନାଇଁ ରାତିକି ରଖୁଛୁ ବି ଯେ 10-15 ଜଣଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ ଅଭଡ଼ା ଟିକେ ରଖୁଛୁ ଯଦି କିଏ ସେ କେମିତି ଆସିବେ ଯିବେ ରହିବେ ଯଦି ତାହେଲେ ଖାଇବା ପିଇବା କରିବେ
Between.
So we can also add another feature. Like if you wanted only in text or in audio feature, we can also add with it.
We can, yes. Okay. So magical war between angels and demons. Right? Nice topic. Means genre is automatically by clear. It's like we already defined, but still. How many words we need? You want a big story or you want a small story? Shaurya?
We will make it medium.
Medium, let's say 500 words. Which language? For now, English. Type of ending? Shreyans?
Thriller.
Thriller, good one. Thriller only, let's keep it.
Thriller, genre? Okay, it's a thriller. The type of ending, it should be like, someone
Happy
dies.
ending?
Happy ending. So they live
Like
happily ever after. Okay. And what is the timeline of the story? When did it happen?
the back into BC.
Yeah, before humans.
Before humans. Okay. Okay. Because before humans, okay, I got the point. Your thinking is logical. All right? Okay. So now, what kind of? Actually, let's model that image also. Let's actually ask, right? If ChatGPT can create this entire story in the way we want. So are you ready? Please create a story on the topic. Topic, magical war. Demons. Make it like a thriller. With 500 words. And in English, let's default. With a happy ending. So this story's timeline was before the existence of human.
Homo sapiens.
Okay. Okay, and also create a picture. Okay, so this is our prompt. Let's see. Curious what kind of image it's going to create. Not bad. Right? It's beautiful. So we just wanted this one to get a feeling how it actually looks like. Yes, we got it. Shall we put the title on the top of image or the bottom of the image?
Top.
Top.
Suggested a title also for us. Size. Actual story. Of course, we can show everything here. Just for an idea, we'll show. First few lines. Okay, so I got some interface for my app. So what I do, I just take a screenshot of this, put it in my document. Right? Now I can see, I can show it to others. Hey, this is how my app looks like. Interesting.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Right? So we have thought about it, have designed it. The next step is to build it. So how do we build this app? How much time it may take for us?
30 years.
30 years, okay.
Few days.
Few days. Okay.
Yes, few days. I also think the same.
A week.
A week. Okay. So how about if I show you this app in 5 minutes?
The timer is on.
Okay. I like it. Okay. So can someone quickly tell me the fields that we need to create?
Title of the story.
Okay.
Genre. Genre.
Okay. Quick, timer is on.
Language.
Length of the story. Hal.
Let me first try.
And length of the story. And then
Yes.
language, English,
Now,
Hindi,
the next
ending. Ending.
ending, and it is the selection.
60 ମସିହା ଫିଲ୍ମର ଗୀତ ରଖିଛି।
Type of ending, happy ending, sad ending. Okay. That's all right. Anything else?
No.
Timeline. Timeline. Where is it? Time is going off. Okay, so now I have defined my fields, and I'm also giving name. Now I'm defining the flow and logic. So first of all, I'm going to use GPT for, let's go with ChatGPT. So I'm building my prompt. Please create a story on the topic instead of this one. I'm adding the title here. It like a thriller, genre with 500 words, the length, and the happy ending, the type of ending, the timeline, and the timeline. So this picture, we'll deal it with a different way because we need to use a different model for picture. Okay. So for now, let's use DAL-E 3.
Sir, what about the language?
Language also you want, okay. Language. So we need a picture also, create an image for okay. So I am actually very curious, right? Do you think it works?
Hope so.
Hope so.
Yes, the timer is on.
Timer is on. Publish. Okay. Oh my God, my app. The title, we will test with the same title.
So 1 minute 5 seconds left.
Oh,
Okay.
come on, sir. We have to do this.
Yes. Right. Genre.
Thriller.
Now let's use
500 words.
you want 500 words.
500.
Okay.
English.
Yes, English type of ending.
Happy. Timeline before human error.
Before we used a very specific thing, sapiens.
Before Homo sapiens.
Fingers crossed.
Yes.
By the way, I'll be there in at Raipur next week, I mean this week, right? We'll meet. So I got the story. Now I'm getting the image. Sometimes, it fails. Okay, but it was supposed to generate an image. It
The
was
time over.
We did it.
we did it, right? So you can also try it.
Sir, but is it possible to integrate the branch.ai in a app or in an APK format?
Currently, just testing should be possible. This is not a very big application. There are applications for that. Okay, so we can actually define each and everything and then build. So we'll use something called as Flutter Flow for that. Flutter Flow. So there we can do even bigger things.
Flutter,
Okay.
the program provided by Google to make Android apps.
This is the next level to Flutter. It's called
Okay.
Flutter Flow. Okay. So we got the app. Here is the URL. So shade it on chart. You can also try. Why is it not generating images? Let me check. Probably some backend is not working. We'll fix it. It's not a big deal.
The spelling of failure is wrong. I guess it will take the
Failure.
wrong.
Okay. Please work. Please work. Array. This time also it didn't work. All right. It's okay. We try. We keep on trying. And see why it is not working. So we use a different model then. We're using a different model called Stable Diffusion now. Let's see.
So did I miss something?
No, we're still figuring it out. Okay, so it should work, right? And let me check with those tool guys why it is not showing. So are you also trying? Have you tried using this? The link that I shared?
Yes, sir.
Okay, did you get the story?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. So, mm, mm, So when we are building something, yes, things may not work as per our requirement first time. So we need to find solutions. So this is the problem solving thinking, right? So how to find the workarounds. Oh, it was not just displaying it. Images were getting created. Okay. So all this while, the images were getting created. But there is a problem with their interface. So we don't need to worry about it. Let me show you.
So it basically generates the image in a form of a link, and rest you have to convert it by yourself.
Actually, it should display. I don't know why it's not happening. I'll check with them. I'll warn them, hey, if you don't do this, I'm going to withdraw my payment. Okay. So that means it is working perfectly. That's cool. Right. You click here. Yes, it is perfectly generating images. Right. You can also try. Right. So now you know how to build an app.
Yes, sir.
How much time it takes, Ronak?
So it takes 4 minutes 52 seconds.
Okay. All right. So now I keep this URL in my document.
Sir, I got my story.
Wow. Wonderful.
Same here.
Good,
It's
good.
kind of funny.
So, well, now I want you to think and use all of these things and build cool apps by probably next week or sometime. Right?
So will it means like generate only one image or like a multiple image that we have in a novel, like something?
Oh, you can actually, but you should be able to integrate that. That's a little complex right now with this. Okay, because we are getting a dynamic outcome. And that outcome, you need to take some things and give that as an input to something else. Right? There is some break. I'll explain it to you later.
Okay, sir.
Right? So this is only one example, guys. I want you to create your own things, right? Play with them. Right? With Brancher, you can actually build some apps without any payment. Right? So please try that one. Create your account. So I want to see a document like this from all of you. Whenever you are ready, please let me know in the group.
Yes, sir.
Right? So I'll check it out.
Shall we have to send a document in the group?
Oh, you just say I'm done. Because it's all live, right?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So did you guys like it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, very much.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. So this is only starting. We will build more
Yes, sir.
complex apps later. Okay.
Like integration of graphic designing with AI.
AI, yeah, so many things. You use the right word, integration. All we need to know in this world is how to integrate things in getting what we want to get, what we want to actually have. Right? We can create anything if we think, if we break
Yes,
it
sir.
down. Right? That's what we practice today. I would have actually taken you to Brancher directly and I would have asked you to do something, but that doesn't work. Right? What works is thinking. You need to think, and then download your thoughts onto paper or in a document, and then visualize. So whatever you're creating will be appropriate, right? You can share. So I don't want you to create some things that you can't share with the world. They're not available out there. Every time you need to carry your laptop. That's what you were doing, right, Ronak? You wanted to,
Yes, sir.
yeah, even the other guy who was showing the mask, right? Why do you need to carry all your laptop, your models and everything to showcase? Whatever you are building should be there online.
Yes, sir.
So that's the purpose. And great. So Shaurya, how did you find it?
Sir, it was very good. The
Okay,
pictures are also very good.
wonderful. Shreyansh,
It was very interesting, and I'm like, I will after this class, I will be trying this branch AI, this application.
wonderful. And Laksh,
Sir, it was very good experience.
okay. And Manan,
A cool experience. Got to know about those branched AI and the app building process.
wonderful. And Mihika,
Sir, it was very interesting.
wonderful. And Ronak.
Nice, sir.
Great. So this is only beginning, guys. We have got so many things in pipeline. All right. So I want to see how you guys create things, right? Based on what you do, I'll get more ideas. Right? And I have got unlimited ideas in my brain.
Okay.
Right? Great. Wonderful. Thanks for joining today.
Yes.
Right? So probably we'll have our next class on next Sunday, or if there is any change, our team will let you know. Right?
So approximately at what day will we having our next meet and greet?
Mostly on Sunday.
Okay.
Right? On Sunday, I'll be there.
Okay.
Right? We all can meet there.
Okay.
Right? Okay.
Nice.
Okay, guys. Take care. Bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye.